Do you know what is an absolute gold mine for real estate listings? It's something that you can do that doesn't cost any money, which is what I love. And it's something that you can fill up your listing pipeline every single day, and it is free. It takes a little bit of work, but it's very simple. And I just closed one listing this week because of it, a large listing for $1.5 million, and I'm closing another $1 million plus listing in 2 more weeks because of it. And you know what it is? Stick around to the end because I have a free gift for you that's really going to help you with this. But it is probate listings. Chris Stafford here, 30-year listing agent, still working in San Francisco and the founder of the Listing Collective. And let me tell you something. If you are not working probates, it's just foolish. I don't understand why you would not work probates. I started working probates years ago, and when I did it, it actually gave me a listing. I got a listing, about $1.5 million listing, after 3 weeks of doing probates. And it's so simple to do. Yes, it does take time, but let me break it down for you so that you can get into the probate listing game, because there's just so many benefits on so many different levels. So what you want to do is you want to be able to go to your online probate court portal. So every county, as far as I know, in the United States has a probate court. And most of them, now some probate courts don't have an online portal, so then you'd actually have to go to the courthouse itself. But regardless whether you're doing it and having to go to the courthouse or you just go to the online portal, what you want to do is you want to look up all the probates, say for like the last, say 3 months or the last 6 months. And you do have to go case by case and look at each of them to see, okay, which one has real estate attached to it. And 80% of the time, that real estate needs to be sold, because if you haven't figured out by now, a probate case means somebody died, probably without a will, and if they have real estate, that family wants to sell the family house. And so usually that real estate needs to be sold. So what you need to do is just go into the courthouse or go online and go through each case by case, and see, okay, number one, is there real estate attached? Okay, so that's the big thing. And number two, is it real estate that you want to sell? Okay, maybe if it's out of your area or if it's a lower price point. I mean, this is the best part of it, is because you can cherry pick the listings that you want, especially the higher end listings, thereby increasing your average sales price, which I love about that. So I have certain standards for my probate cases that I only want listings above a certain amount of money, because I'm constantly thinking about different ways to increase my average sales price. Then I have a probate tracking sheet that I can actually fill out. And in the probate case, 9 times out of 10, it's going to have, okay, who's the attorney, who's handling the probate, what's their contact information, name, email, phone, all that good stuff, and who are the heirs, and what is their contact information. Now, if you write all this down on a probate tracking form, then all you have to do then is call the attorney and call the heirs. And here's what I basically say to the attorney. Now, my experience has been that usually the heirs are a little bit more difficult to reach. So usually what I do is contact the attorney, and the beauty of dealing with an attorney on these probate cases is that they're more professional, they're less emotional about things, and they have a detailed knowledge. Okay, they usually know what the family's going to do, whether they're going to keep the house or not, number one. They're going to know what stage the probate case is in. And so you're going to ask the attorney, is the family going to keep the house? Number one. Number two, where are you at in the probate process? So some probates can take anywhere from 3 months to 12 months to close. And so what you want to do is, when the attorney says, okay, it's not going to be closing for another 6 months, cut that in half, and then you call that attorney back in 3 months and ask them, okay, how's everything going with the probate? Same thing with the heirs. If you can reach them, ask the same question. Are you going to keep the house? When do you think the probate case is going to close so that you can sell the house. It's so simple. It takes a little bit of research, it takes a little bit of digging around, but you can get this information. Now, the beauty of this whole thing too is that when you're talking to the attorney, you can also ask the probate attorney, okay, is there anything I can do to help you out with the case? Do you need a broker's price opinion? Do you need any help whatsoever with this particular listing? With this particular piece of real estate. And a lot of times they will ask you for a broker price opinion. And so I dash that off. I don't even look at the house or go out to it. You just do a desktop broker price opinion with qualifications about, of course, you need to adjust the price once you see the house, blah, blah, blah. But the cool thing is, then what you want to do is you want to then send your statement of qualifications. And if you don't have a statement of qualifications, take mine. I'll tell you how to get that. And then you're going to send your statement of qualifications, which is like a little mini CMA, along, with your name, your resume, testimonials, your marketing plan, probate plan, all that. And then you're going to send that in a beautiful folder to the attorney and to the heirs after you talk to them. And you're going to then send them with a hand note and a business card, and then you're going to follow up with them. This is the beauty of it, though. Putting that attorney into your CRM, in the number one, it increases the number of people in your SOI, so that regardless if it's this court case or not, you can continue every 3 months following up like your normal SOI. In your CRM, you can continue to call this attorney. How's this case going? Do you have any other probate cases that I can help you with? And so, it's the old 80-20 rule, quite honestly. 80% of the attorneys will try to get you off the phone. They're very professional. But 20% are really friendly, and they may ask you for broker price opinions. They may ask you for assistance. And you really want to cultivate your friendships with those 20% of those attorneys. I can't even tell you how many hundreds of probate attorneys from all over the San Francisco Bay Area that I have in my database that I'm calling all the time asking if they have any probates they need help with. Now, I know some of you are going to say, okay, well, a lot of times the probate attorney is already working with a real estate agent. Great. Then if that's the case, say to the probate attorney, wonderful, I appreciate that, but listen, how would you like a second opinion? And a lot of times they'll say, sure. And then you can send your price evaluation and be their second opinion. And you never know what happens. I've had many attorneys tell me, oh, I've already got John Smith. He's my go-to real estate agent for all my probates. And with your persistence, with your cool pre-listing package, and with you calling them all the time, you get the call when there's a probate that comes across his desk. This is just, I think, an amazing way to build your SOI, number one, your sphere of influence. Number two, it's an amazing way to increase your average sales price if you cherry pick those listings, the pieces of real estate that you really want. And number three, it's a great way to get listings for free. Now, I know a lot of people always ask me, a lot of agents say, well, do you need special accreditation? Do you have to have something special to sell probates? And there's a lot of people, I mean, don't get me started, there's a lot of real estate agents that want to have all these little letters after their name. And the answer is no, you absolutely do not. Most probates in the United States are under the Independent Administration Act. And if that's the case, it is handled just like a regular sale. It is handled just like a regular listing that you sell, get into escrow, absolutely the same. Now, if it is subject to court confirmation, it's usually subject to court confirmation because there's a lot of heirs. Well, one example would be there's a lot of heirs and they don't agree necessarily on an agent or a price or whatever. Then it goes to court confirmation, and that's super easy. You just have to go to court at the end of the escrow period when you're selling it, and they have like a little mini auction. It's super easy, and if you want to call me, hit me up in my DMs anytime, and I can walk you through that process. Super simple. There was really nothing to it at all. But let me tell you, again, Increase your SOI, the number of people that you're calling for referrals. Increase your average sales price and getting listings for free. And also dealing with attorneys that will tell you this is what you should be doing at this stage and all that, and giving you the guidance that you need for a very easy, no-cost transaction. What's better than that? And here's my free gift. Hit me up in my DMs below if you want my statement of qualifications that you can plagiarize and use to your heart's content. And also, if you want my probate tracking form, I can send that to you as well. Again, hit me up in the DMs below. But definitely be checking out Probates because, again, there's so many reasons why you should be working these bad boys, and it doesn't depend on the economy. It doesn't depend on interest rates. It doesn't depend on politics because fortunately or unfortunately for us, people die all the time, and you can be part of getting free listings right now. So hit me up in my DM if you want any of that. Otherwise, make it a great day.